after looking at Sunday's film, what do you feel like you guys need to clean up on offense?
Just everything, honestly. There's a lot to learn from. Personally, I got to go out there and get more separation, find a way to get it faster, and then, play my part and helping us become the offense we think we can become. And at the end of the day, our windows, dwindling. So we got to do it right away.
How does it go from the week before against the Texans, where you guys lit it up in the second half, to that type of performance? What do you think is a key difference?
Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like we had a lot of good matchups in the Texans game. We took advantage of them. I feel like earlier this week I said we did what we were supposed to do when we played against them, right? And all of a sudden, this team did a little better job showing us things that they weren't doing. They ended up bailing out of it at the snap, just doing different things pre-snap to fog up the look once we get into the play, and all of a sudden we're playing from behind a little bit too, so it just puts that much more pressure on us. But we got to embrace that. We got to find a way to play our best football when it's needed. And at the end of the day, we there's some different elements involved. We're not at the home. I don't know. I don't want to make excuses. At the end of the day, they got after us, and we definitely got to figure it out.
Garrett, with the situation you guys are in, how much does this group in here look to Aaron to? I mean, it's all of you guys, obviously, but as the guy who's kind of the leader here, how much do you think guys look to him to see, where you can take this and get out of this?
He's a quarterback, man. That's the the what's the word I'm looking for? The catalyst, the man. That's the man. Thank you, Otis. So you're always looking at your quarterback to see what the plan is, how we're going to attack these dudes. And with that said, I don't think he's ever been in this position before, 3-7 either. So we're all trying to figure this thing out together. Is the truth of it. And at the end of the day, we all got to look in the mirror. We can't be looking at someone else for how we're going to go about this, because that's not reality. We all got here for a reason. We're all in this position because we can play ball, right? And you trust in yourself. You have that confidence in yourself to get yourself out of this hole we put ourselves in. So, I know that's my mindset. I feel like that's the rest of the guys as well. We're not looking for anyone to save us.
Garrett, what is your approach with 7 games to go? How do you look at things?
I got to find a way to go, play my best football down this stretch is how I look at things. I kind of just said, but just play my best version of myself, do what they're asking of me, and play my part in helping us win games. So whatever that is, and that's my approach to these last 7 games. How can we, finish this thing on the right foot and see where that puts us at the end of the season?
How much does this team believe that you're still a playoff team? You still have a shot.
Yeah, we can't really look at it that way. I mean, at the end of the day, we've always thought of it that way, but you got to handle your week-to-week business. You got to handle this stuff week to week and see where you stack up at the end, right? And that's even more put under the microscope now. All of a sudden, when you are 3-7, let's just go put our best version of football. This is the game we love. We're blessed to be in this position. Let's go make sure that we're taking advantage of and relishing, every opportunity, because it is a blessing. And we really got to take this thing week to week. We just got to find a way to battle back and approach every game like it's a championship. Because the truth of it is, if we drop one, those odds just keep getting worse. So I don't know. I don't want to say you can't look at it like that, but you kind of can't, just because of the position we put ourselves in. And, as a private guy, I just want to make sure I'm playing my best version of football.
What's the trick at 3-7 not to get sucked into that and to go out there on Sunday and let loose and have fun and do what you just said? The things you've been playing these games as you're kids.
Yeah.
How do you avoid not getting dragged down by the bigger picture of the record and all that kind of stuff?
Just remembering all that stuff, remembering that younger kid version of yourself that wanted to be in this position, that wanted to be playing football at this level. The person that you think you are, right? You got to prove to yourself every day that you're that guy. And if you fold up and if you just fold when you're 3-7 or when the odds are stacked against you, all of a sudden you're probably not that person you thought you was, right? So that's how I see it. I got to find a way to tap in everyone can be happy, everyone can be smiling and go out and give they all when they 8-2 or 10-0, whatever it may be. But can you dig deep and get the same thing out of it when you're 3-7, right? And that's the definition of a man. So we really got to find a way to conquer this. We got to be our best in adversity, and we've had some. So we got to find a way.
Garrett, how do you guys get more explosives in the offense? You kind of did in the second half against Houston, but against Arizona, it looked like you guys were getting drives and drives and drives, but it wasn't the explosive plays that put points on the board.
Yeah. You got to find your matchups and go at them and hope that person can make that play, right? When your play comes, I know personally I got to look at it like sniper mentality. When my play comes, when I get the opportunity, how can I make it? And that can be detrimental sometimes. All of a sudden, you put all this stuff on your shoulders instead of maybe just playing football like we love and trying to be the one to make the play. All of a sudden feeling that pressure of not having the explosives. That's the reality of it. But with that said, you still got to find a way to just go make it, man. If I had a good answer, I don't know.
Garrett, do you think that any of the preseason hype and the way that people were talking about before the year, maybe what this team looks like on paper, did it get to you guys a little bit maybe on the start here?
Personally in this locker room, I don't know. You kind of just see the moves you make, and you know where we were at, and you think that you're making the right things to take that next step, right? So we had hype in here because we thought we had put in the work. We thought we had filled all our holes, right? But I would say that's more to the outside world where they let that play into us. At the end of the day, I could say what I want, but we are what we are. We 3-7, right? So. It doesn't matter. Do I think we got all the stuff in here to fix that? Do I think we shouldn't be where we're at? Yeah, but that's what it is, right? And I'm sure that's my bias playing in. I love these guys, and I know how much we put in. I don't look at us as a losing team, losers, whatever it may be. But the reality of it is that's what we put on film. The one thing I take away from it and feel power in is that we can fix it, right? And I got to play my role in that to the full extent, You were trying, yeah.
The Colts are kind of in a similar position in terms of trying to turn things around this week.
Yeah.
What have you seen from them defensively?
Yeah, 23, Kenny Moore has been a player that I've been watching for a long time, and ever since I've gotten in the league, has also just kept it up. He's a great player, really involved. I got some of my dogs over there, Nick Cross and Jalen Jones, guys that I've known for a while that are real good players and young guys that I know are going to be flying around, excited. And they got a good group. The front seven is actually, let me specify, the D-line is really good. They do a good job with their looks and mixing it up and finding a way to get pressure on the quarterback. So we got to be ready for all that. And I'm just excited to, get to see my guys and have an opportunity to, play ball again.
Garrett, you talked about the privilege of being at this level. Everybody dreams of getting here. When you hear that people say that there wasn't that energy coming out of the start of the Arizona game, what's your reaction to that? Because to get to this level, you would think there would be energy every week to be able to go out and play.
Yeah, I got asked this a couple of days ago. I think, and just from my experience, I think we took the field with the same amount of energy Arizona had. Whether they, even they're playing at home, they got their fans to feed off of. We don't. But I think as far as when the game blew the whistle or when the coin toss went off, we had the same amount of energy as they had. And it's from that point on, it's like the players that are out on the field getting those opportunities to maintain that and bring more energy and make their plays and do things good on the football field to maintain that energy and bring it even higher, right? Because at the end of the day, it's contagious. If you're making plays, if you're showing emotion after you make those plays, but you got to make the play in the first place, huh? And there wasn't a lot of that on Sunday. So all of a sudden you look on the sideline, it may not look as energetic as the other sideline, but at the end of the day, it was 21-6, right? So they feeling good, and I've been on both sides of that. So just I don't look into too much. I know personally I was excited to go out there and play a football game, if that's the consensus on us, then we got to find a way to fix it. But just from where I stand and what I've seen this season, I'm not going to sit here and say that, we got to find a way to have some, energy that gets some pseudo-confidence. This confidence comes from going out and playing good football. And once we do that, I think that'll take care of itself,
I noticed you were a bit active on social media the last couple of days. Just talk about that a little bit.
I do want to address one of the situations. Cause I had seen something like I was just DMing fans saying certain stuff. The guy who had posted that, he wasn't a fan. Like, I actually know him. And what I had told him on Instagram, I ain't mean it in no malicious way. And he knew that, but he streamed, so, and everything that's going on, he just wanted some attention. And that's on me for just DMing him that to begin with. And even though I know that I know him, understanding that certain people, like, they don't really care that they know me, Like, what he did, I can't even be mad at him because it's really on me for trusting him and DMing him to begin with. But, that's on me. Me being a leader of the team, of the defense, like, I can't be on social media with my emotions, saying certain stuff, and I know better. My coaches know that I know better. My teammates know that I know better. And I just got to be better, Obviously, things not going how we expected them to go. But what I can say is I'm going to do everything in my power to change that. I'm going to do everything in my power, me preparing, me being the best teammate I could be, me bringing the energy, everything that I could do to turn this around.
Sauce, do you personally need to be better?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I always feel like I can be better.
In what regard would you say that you need to step up even more?
I missed the tackle, so obviously tackling. Just being the best teammate I could be, just being positive. It's adversity going on. And sometimes everybody's not going to be positive, but me knowing where I am and the role that I have on this team, I got to make sure, I'm being positive.
A month ago, you said that you deleted Twitter from your phone. Just what happened for you to get back?
Oh, I had to find this DM because it was something like related to something off the field that I had to find, and I went down a little rabbit hole when I got on there. I ain't even gonna lie to you, But I did delete it, but I had to install it for something, and I went down a little rabbit hole, man, because I don't know what it is. When I go, like, my home feed on Twitter is just negative. So, like, as soon as I got on there, I'm like, I done forgot to go look at the DM that I was supposed to go on there for because it's what I done seen. So, I got a little distracted, and I got to be better, man.
What's your frustration?
Did you re-delete it?
Yeah, I re-deleted it. I deleted it again. If anybody got to say something to me or if I got to find something, then send it somewhere else,
What's your frustration level, Sauce, just with the way the season has gone?
Man, I know y'all done heard it. We got the talent, all of that. Like, so I'm not even going to say that. Obviously, my expectations were extremely high, They really, really were, not only for myself but for the team. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that changed, and people can say we need to bring the energy, but it's like, it's not really the energy. Like, energy is something that you have leading up to the game. When you get in that game, it's execution. You're going to fall back to your level of training. You're going to fall back to your level of practice. And the plays that you make, that's what create energy. That's what really create energy, bro. So I be seeing certain stuff and hearing stuff. We got to bring the energy. Man, it's not about that. Ball is gonna ball. When you get on the field, you're gonna ball. That's what we get paid for. That's what everybody expect.
Sauce, you mentioned tackling. This morning, Ulbrich said that he gave a tackling presentation for the team. What did you guys kind of take away from that, and how quickly can something like that actually return results on the field?
We know how to tackle. We got to make the tackles. That's really it. We've been doing it. Simple. We really don't need no presentation. I know where he was coming from when he did it, but us as professional athletes, we got to be able to make tackles, me included for sure.
Sauce, how much do guys on both sides of the ball in this situation you guys are in look to Aaron and kind of, as a leader here and follow him, as it were?
Man, we all look at him as a leader, regardless of anything. Regardless of whoever talk bad about him, whoever is negative about him, we know what he's about. I know how much he helped me in this offseason. I done watched him help the whole defense this offseason. I done watched him be a leader of the offense, special teams. So it don't matter what nobody say about him or any of the other teammates, because we the ones that's really in the field. We the ones that really done went through training camp, blood, sweat, and tears, all of that, to get where we are. Obviously, we aren't exactly where we want to be, but I'm talking about just to be able to play on Sundays. Like, we really a family, and, I'm behind him, because I know he got my back also.
Do you think that
Sauce
with,
with
do you think that
seven?
with
Sauce
3
with
and 7 though, there's a lot of people looking to see how he handles this and whatnot, as a team?
A lot of people, like,
Just you're inside the room, to follow him, as it were.
man, we always going to, he a leader, Leaders find ways to bring others with them, man. I know he do a pretty good job with that, so, that's how that is.
Sauce, with 7 games to go, when you look around this room, do you believe you've got what it takes to be a playoff team?
Most definitely. Most definitely. It don't matter, like I said, it don't matter what the negativity is. As long as it's a chance, we got a chance, We got a standard. I have a standard. We all got standards, and we're going to continue to put it on tape.
After this negativity, after the social media incident, how important of just blacking out the noise throughout this stretch?
Oh, extremely important. Extremely important. I find my way, because where I come from, I'm just so down to earth. So it's just sometimes I just do certain things or say certain things to certain people, not really understanding who I really am. Not really understanding that I'm Sauce Gardner for the New York Jets. Just me being me, like a cool person. And that's why I regret sending that DM. You know what I'm saying? Because that don't directly reflect with the type of person that I am. I know I'm a humble person. I know I mean well. I know I'm a leader. I know I want what's best for me and for my team, and, that didn't correlate with that. Same thing for the quote tweet that I had with, what was it, Rich?
Yeah, Rich.
Same thing that I had for him. I apologize for quoting that tweet. I shouldn't even did it. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter. I shouldn't have did that. That's just what it is.
None of us pay attention to Rich.
Thank you.
What do you see from the Colts defense? They're a very aggressive defense with a lot of takeaways, so I assume they go for the ball quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely go for the ball a lot. 2 good linebackers, Zaire and EJ. Good D-line, good back end. They're good all over, so we got to come with our A game. Yeah, didn't start off as well as I wanted to. I think I started off okay, but it is what it is. Just staying the course of the season. I'm not going to point the finger at anybody else but myself. So I'm just continue to try to keep helping the team in any way I can and try to make the most of the opportunities I'm getting.
How would you describe your mindset right now? I know the team is going through a rough patch. Lost 6 out of 7. Just describe how you feel at the moment.
Obviously, we're down a little bit, but you still want to, finish out this thing strong and just keep trying to win. So just got to win. I don't know. Probably just try to get as many yards as possible. Keep trying to break tackles. Keep trying to, be available for Aaron. Get as many receptions as I can. Just trying to, be an outlet for everybody.
When you look at all the playmakers of this offense, is it hard to figure out how you guys can only score 6 points?
Yeah, because it shouldn't be this hard. So I don't know. It sucks, but I think we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Yeah. It's definitely something in the back of your mind, but we're professionals. We know what we got to do, the task we have at hand. So try to continue to have fun and get better and win.
Here with linebacker Jamien Sherwood. Jamien, what have you felt like this season has been like for you?
For me, I just say it's been a blessing in disguise, and it's just everything that I've been working for. Obviously, you always got to be ready for when your number is called. That's the thing about this league, and being a backup. Injuries happen. Sadly, that C.J. Moses was get hurt. But, I was just the next one to get my shot. And again, like, I had to be ready. So regardless, I prepare every week like I am going to be a starter, even though I might not never touch the field at Mike. And that's been my goal my whole time since I've been here. Like, from a rookie, just sitting behind him, learning, him and Quincy, Quan when he was here, and all the other guys that we had in the room, just taking everything that I can from everybody to be ready for this moment. And, it's just been a blessing.
Have you almost been like impressed with yourself a little bit because not only have you filled that role and stepped up to that occasion, but you've done it at such a high level?
I wouldn't say impressed. When the season's over, I'll look back and see like how I did, and maybe try to compare it to other great linebackers in this league. But for right now, my main thing is just helping this team win games, seeing how I can become a better leader, seeing how I can lead the defense to win games. That seems to be our little struggling point, is just finishing. So that's really what I'm focused on at the moment.
How does it feel to know that you're tied for 4th in the league in tackles right now? Because that's got to feel pretty good.
It feels good. If it was CJ probably be number 1 right now. So, like, my goal is to get to that point. Like I said, it is a blessing. Obviously thankful for the opportunity and what I've been able to do. But, I feel like there's more on the table out there for me and my teammates. The harder I play, I can be better for my teammates. And, like I said, I'm shooting for the number 1 spot anyway. So 4 is cool, but 1 is way better.
I agree with that. So you're 7 away from 100. Do you have a prediction of when you're going to hit 100 in this upcoming game?
I'm 3 away.
Oh, you're 3 away?
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah.
Then they have the numbers wrong.
Yeah, they got the numbers.
Okay.
Wrong. It's okay.
It's okay. Okay,
First.
so 3, yeah, first quarter?
First quarter, yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely. First quarter. And again, just thankful for the opportunity, thankful for the blessing. That's obviously something I did want to accomplish throughout my career in the NFL. One of the seasons is surpassing 100 tackles. Like Quincy and CJ, they've done it every year. They've been out there, and I always sit back and like, dang, can't wait for my opportunity. So obviously, I always give credit to God just for, again, giving me this opportunity, my family, my teammates, my coach Rudy. He prepares us better than anybody. He's one of the best coaches I ever had. So again, everything that I'm able to do on that field is because of the men around me.
Last one for you, generally speaking, and then we'll go into the matchup. But you mentioned him, Coach Rudy. How vital has he been in your growth, specifically this season when you've kind of stepped into this new role?
I'll just say, from the moment I got here, he obviously recruited me, and like he looked at my tape. I was a safety in college. I got hurt my first year, came back, and all I wanted to do was just learn and study. He told me how I had to rebrand my body, regrow my body, and he stuck beside me the whole time. Every time I have a question for him, he never shies away from me. He's always ready to answer. I text him at 12 at night. He's gonna respond to my text messages. So as a player, you always appreciate a coach like that because he cares about us and he wants us to do great and succeed on Sundays. So again, this season, obviously from year 1 to year 4, like he's done nothing but prepare me for this moment as well. And I say like he's helped me take my game to another level by helping me be able to anticipate offenses. So when the offense comes out, they line up, like I can already expect what they're about to run or where I can think that the run's about to go, what type of passes we're about to get because of the hard work that he puts in to help us. So obviously I'm thankful for my coach.
Now, there's been a big emphasis on tackling this week in practice, as Jeff Ulbrich has mentioned in his press conferences. But you guys are taking on Anthony Richardson at quarterback with the Colts team. What do you look for when you're watching the tape, and what do you want to focus on in this matchup?
Well, for us, like you just said, our main thing last week was tackling. The scoreboard wouldn't have looked like that, and there would have been more plays out there for us if we would have just tackled. We would have got off the field on 3rd downs. If we would have tackled, we would have stopped touchdowns if we would have tackled. So for us as a defense, my main thing is making sure everybody's tackling. Our coaches are doing a good job of putting drills together, making sure we tackle. And then, from a player standpoint, like you said, Anthony Richardson, he's a big quarterback. He's very mobile as well. So we're going to have to actually put our body on him, making sure he gets down. And Jonathan Taylor, he's a great back as well. So, again, it's taking that extra step, great tracking to the back, and making sure we get him down.
You mentioned him, Jonathan Taylor. What is the key to really bringing him down and stopping their run game?
The main thing is tracking. So taking the correct angle, that's going to get you there first. The second thing would be running your feet on contact. I'd say last week you would see a lot of people reaching or diving, and, there's great running backs in this league. They get paid to run the ball, so they're not going down on just like arm tackles. So, again, tracking, running your feet. And really, it just all comes down to a mindset. You got to want to get them down. You got to want to make sure we get off the field. You got to want to be the reason that, we get off the field. So those are the three things.
Awesome. Appreciate the time, Jamian.
Thank you.